Hi everyone, welcome live from the Partner Summit. And now I have the great pleasure to have with me Karl Fahrbach. Am I pronouncing correct?
Yeah, more or less. Karl Fahrbach. Yeah,
All right. Karl, welcome to the Partner Summit.
Thank you very much. It's exciting to be here. We had a great day. We still have a great day, right? So we have like over 2,000 partners joining, which is fantastic. I think that's the biggest ever. And well, yes, I mean, a lot of exciting news, a lot of exciting messages. So really happy to be here again.
That's great. That's great. We've seen a lot of movement today. But Karl, I've been looking at you, and you are such a prolific writer. You create a lot of articles on LinkedIn. Can you tell us a little bit of that, your inspiration to do that?
Well, yes. I mean, I think, especially starting with social media, right, and with LinkedIn, I think it's a fantastic tool to communicate to partners, in my case, and even as well to customers. We do a lot of efforts as well in attracting new partners to our ecosystem. So for me, it's a great channel to really post content there, make sure that people in the ecosystem see me or see as well SAP and the organization I represent as a thought leader, right, for a specific topic, right? If I look at the channel, we are going through a massive transformation. So we have many things going on, right? From the digital transformation of the customers. We have as well now a new strategy that we launched today at the Global Partner Summit, and will be as well launched officially tomorrow at Sapphire, which is the intelligent enterprise, right? So that represents a lot of opportunity to partners, and that's my motivation, really to pick those things where I believe the partners need some leadership and need some guidance as well, to make sure that they feel that they are represented in the ecosystem, and we can as well attract new partners.
Great. Yeah, we're hearing a lot that word today. So in one of your articles, something that got my attention was an article related to a partner first and what it means for SAP. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit more about what is specifically that?
Sure. So in SAP, we approach the market from a market segment perspective, right? So now we have like the SCP accounts, right? The key accounts. We have as well the large enterprise space, and then we have as well what we call the general business space, right? And depend on the market unit or the country you are, it's defined differently, but let's say it's the companies with turnover below 1 billion, right? So in that space, we made the decision to go with a philosophy called Partner First, which is basically, in order to cover that space, right, from a sales perspective, from a implementation perspective, from a services perspective to our end customers, right, we need the partners to play a key role, right? So that's why we decided to go to that market with a partner first approach. That means basically that we are delegating the segment to our partners, and that basically comes as well with responsibility, right? If we delegate a segment to the partners, we expect as well a return, and we expect them to be ready to cover the market. So that's basically partner first in a nutshell.
Great. Thank you for that, Karl. Now, you have information firsthand about what is going on here at the Summit. What do you think is coming on for partners after this event today?
Well, I think the key takeaways for the partners would be, number one, intelligent enterprise. Right? They have heard a lot about intelligent enterprise today. They will continue to hear during the week at Sapphire, and they will hear even more during the next weeks and months. So intelligent enterprise represents a big opportunity for our partners, right? They will be able to take, for example, the partners with an ERP background, right? For them, they must be happy to hear that, because we are going back to the core, right? So for them, it's core business. It's something they have done before. SAP has been very successful there, and the partners as well, right? So from that perspective, it's a good message for them. The other good message in the intelligent enterprise is it will not come complete, right? So we'll have as well gaps. We'll have as well white spaces that we need the partners to cover. So we want as well the partners to develop IP on top of our SAP cloud platform, and that represents obviously as well a big opportunity, right? So I think for me, those are kind of the two takeaways. And the other one is probably related to cloud, right? I mentioned that as well this morning to many partners, and I mentioned that as well in my keynote. If we look at the partner business in the cloud, we are very successful. So we have been now for 6 consecutive quarters growing triple digits, over 100%. Fantastic success. If you look at the growth rate and you compare it to the other go-to-market areas of the company, the partners are the fastest growing engine for the cloud in SAP. So no doubt that we are doing something right? But the picture is not complete for me, right? And that's the other takeaway that I would like the partners to leave with. When we talk about cloud success, we talk about how much are we selling, right? About bookings, we talk about revenue, and so on. but we don't talk about customer success, right? So if there is one metric that matters in the cloud, it is customer success. So the key takeaway is to have our partners thinking, how can we retain more the customers? How can we make sure that the customers are happier with us, and we can really, from lead to reference, ensure that the customers are successful with SAP. So for me, those are the key takeaways.
Great insights, Karl. Now, we are at the center of the digital transformation. We've seen a lot of tools, Virtual Studio, video releases. There's many interesting tools that we can leverage. How do you think that is relevant for the partners, and why they should be leveraging those tools for the day-to-day business?
Well, I believe those tools become super relevant as we accelerate in the cloud, right? Probably, if I look at the partner business, right, and I look at a typical partner profile of SAP in a mid-sized market unit, they probably close like 3 deals, 4 deals a year, right? They go sell, and then they have to implement, right? They go sell the next one, and then they have to implement. And as they go into projects which require implementation, the bench will be stuck at some point, right? So they will have no capacity to sell more, so that means that they will be stuck for 2-3 years until they have gone through all the implementations, and then they have to start going to the market again, doing demand generation and selling, right? So that means that demand generation is not so critical for them, right? But if we move to the cloud, where it requires really a high volume of deals to be closed every quarter, you need to be in constant touch with your customers, you need to make sure as well that you understand every moment what's going on, how are they using the software, what are the issues they have, do they get any interaction points with other vendors and so on. So that becomes super critical that we enable our partners to use digital tools, as we have seen here in the Digital Demand Center, because that's going to be the key for them to really keep the pace in terms of demand generation, and keep the pace as well in making sure that they really watch the customer journey and act appropriately as well. So super relevant, and I think it's going to become even more with the cloud.
Karl, it's been a pleasure to have you here.
Likewise.
And looking forward to further conversations. Thank you so much.